On the shores of the Delaware River, some midweek USL Championship action. We're at Talon Energy Stadium, where Bethlehem Steel FC will host New York Red Bulls 2 here on this Wednesday night in Pennsylvania. Josh Eastern joined by Gary Bailey here tonight. These two teams close in proximity, but as the table stands right now, not too close.
Yeah, New York Red Bulls looking great in third spot, but for Bethlehem Steel 12th and just outside of those playoff places. But both teams are chock full of wonderful young talent that can really give us a fantastic game to enjoy tonight.
And one of those players is Ferris, starting up top for Bethlehem. 5 goals so far this season.
Yeah, look at his strength. He's quick, he's strong, he wins that penalty. He steps up full of confidence, sticks it in the back of the net. And as you say, 5 goals already this season, and expect a lot more from this young man. He's got such direct pace. Look at him in this situation here against the central defender. Comes inside, goes back the other way, and still has the ability to tuck it in the back of the net.
And the striker on the other side has had some MLS action this year, Tom Barlow.
Yeah, he's a wonderful player, as you say, in the MLS, scoring goals there, both in US Open Cup and League. In the USL, 8 goals in 9 games, a natural finisher. Look at this gliding past defenders at 24 years of age. Once again, he does it there, and he can score goals, this man.
And he's back in the squad for the first time since May 1st here tonight. But the last time these two teams matched up, it was in New Jersey, and it was all New York Red Bulls in that one.
It was, but both those goal scorers for the Red Bulls, Ziyech and Jorgensen, won't be playing tonight, but they have a whole host of other great goal scorers, and we've already seen Tom Barlow being one of them. So whether it's going to be 4-0 again, well, I reckon the Bethlehem Steel will have something to say about that.
Oh, we'll see if New York can stay strong at the top, or can Bethlehem pull the upset here tonight. We'll find out with lineups and first kick on the other side here on ESPN+. Back here at Talon Energy Stadium, the team's taking to the pitch here tonight in Chester. A beautiful night for some soccer here in USL Championship. Let's get to the lineups, and we will start with the home side and the Bethlehem Steel.
Yeah, 2 changes here. Topi for Cortez at the back, and Fontana comes on the right-hand side, and James Chambers sits on the bench to rest those slightly older legs and maybe bring him on when needed in the second half.
We featured Ferris at the top, and he is the go-to goal-scoring man for Bethlehem. On the other side for New York Red Bulls 2, coached by John Wolniak, 4 changes tonight.
Yeah, Rito comes in for Buckmaster, Luber for Yanis, Coffey for Bizacourt, and Tom Barlow up front for Ziyech. Such from the team that drew 1-1 with Ottawa. So 4 changes there is quite a lot. Does sometimes disrupt a team when they take a couple of minutes to get to know each other and figure out who's playing where.
Excited to see Tom Barlow tonight back in the squad. A goal-scoring machine for New York Red Bulls 2. A chance to play in the MLS stadium here tonight for both of these sides. A beautiful stadium right on the shores of the Delaware River, a few miles south of Philadelphia. As you see tonight's officials, the man in the middle will be Eric Tattersall, wearing their green jerseys tonight. You get red on blue, it always looks good on the eye. It is Ferris standing over it, waiting for that opening whistle here tonight in Chester, Pennsylvania. New York Red Bulls come in at the top. Bethlehem looking to crack into the playoffs here tonight with 3 points. You hear the opening whistle. We are underway here from Talon Energy Stadium in Chester, Pennsylvania. Bethlehem Steel starting with possession here, coming off a 1-0 loss at Pittsburgh Riverhounds on July 4th. While on the other side, New York Red Bulls 2 coming off a 1-1 draw with Ottawa Fury, which saw Ottawa go down to 10 men in that match. But both teams looking to get back on track here tonight in the win column, potentially.
Yep, both need to get back on track, but in particular, Bethlehem Steel need a win. They're sitting in 12th position. They need to get up into the top 10 in the playoffs, and a win here today will do exactly that for them. For New York Red Bulls, they're in 3rd spot, playing really well.
And here's Tom Barlow trying to get in behind. Couldn't quite get on the end of the through ball. We'll go back to Tomas Romero, who is the goalkeeper tonight for Bethlehem Steel, and some pressure being shown at the back.
Yeah, Tom Barlow twice there, putting huge pressure on that defense, both the central defenders and then the goalkeeper. So as far as Bethlehem Steel are concerned, keep an eye out for Tom Barlow. I think he's going to give them a lot more problems throughout the rest of this game.
Tom Barlow, 8 goals in 8 appearances so far this season for the USL Championship side at the MLS level. He's also scored in 5 appearances in MLS, also got a US Open Cup goal, but you can see the quality that he has up top tonight for New York Red Bulls.
We're just talking about Bethlehem Steel and how important this is for them, sitting in 12th position, only 1 win in 7. But to be fair, 2 wins in the last 4. I'm sorry, one win in 7 at home, which means their home form is not great. But 2 wins in 4 means they have found some recent form, and that should give their fans some hope.
Here's Elney. Couldn't quite get it past Topi. Big Jamaican played in the Gold Cup for Jamaica just a few weeks ago. And Harriel will let this go past the end line. When talking about Bethlehem's last game, we were talking with Brendan Burke this week. He said he got the game plan right, but his team didn't pull the trigger when they had chances. It just wasn't there in the final third. They will try to switch that up tonight, get back on the score sheet, hopefully get back in the win column. Something that hasn't happened a whole lot this year for Bethlehem.
Yeah, used a couple of phrases like we need to pull the trigger more often, which means having shots on goals.
Here's Rito getting into the final third, making that turn into the box. Couldn't quite get it all the way in, but he'll keep it in play. Rito against Rial. And Rial stonewalls him. Rial played in this stadium the other day for the Philadelphia Union. A 2-2 draw with Orlando City B. Now Ryan down the left flank. Ferris is in the middle. A little bit too far for Ferris, and Laura will come out to retrieve.
Ryan's got to pass a better ball than that. He had the time. He could see Ferris making that run into the box. He's got to find his man there with that pass, and I think he knew it. He held his head in his hands for a moment there, but that's where the technique needs to improve, and that's exactly what the coach was saying. You know, pull the trigger on that last sort of line of defense and create opportunities, or he said produce the entrance pass, which is that ball into the box that gets the opportunity, creates the opportunity. And that was a perfect example from Ryan there of a pass that didn't find its man. Need to be more exact, Bethlehem Steel, in their final product.
But early on, you have to like that, getting into the final third in the opening, not even 4 minutes.
Yep, it's very, very positive for the home side, but when you're sitting 12th, you need something more than positive. You need outcomes. You need good shots on target. You need to see the opposition goalkeeper, Evan Laura, working.
Long ball over the top once again. As Bethlehem try to build forward here early on. Swan back here by New York. And when talking with Coach John Walniak about that Ottawa game the other day on Friday, a home match for New York, said not one of the best performances of the season. They weren't good early, weren't ready to play. They still had a number of chances to put it away, a whole lot of shots and a lot of possession, but still just one goal in the end.
Yeah, it was a bad defensive error for the first goal, and that put them on the back foot, and they did have enough chances to win it, to be fair. And that will always be a concern to a coach when you're trying to produce great young players. The ability to finish is so important.
Goes wide for Real. A sliding challenge by Edgardo Rito to go out of play. There's a look at John Walniak. And a look at this replay as well. A good sliding challenge from Rito.
Just made it. He was inches away from giving away a free kick and possibly picking up a yellow card there, but just got enough of the ball to satisfy referee Eric Tadasol.
Rito starting at right back tonight, the Venezuelan on loan from Iraquianos. 23 appearances in the Venezuelan First Division here in his first season now in USL Championship. There's Kofi right in the middle. And New York will try to gain some time on the ball here early on. New York has taken the most shots in USL Championship, as Laura will come out. But when talking with Coach Walniak, he says, I feel like we just don't shoot enough. But 311 shots, that's quite a lot.
It certainly is, but they're very positive away from home. He said when we go on the road, we still want to attack. We want to win games. We don't let the travel and the hotels impact our attitude at all. And that's what we can expect here from this Red Bulls team. It's a nice positive approach. And if we get the same from Bethlehem Steel, then it should be a really exciting game tonight.
One of the shorter bus rides for New York Red Bulls. Into the box now, Tom Barlow, back for Kofi. And it was blocked in the end. Here come Bethlehem. Looking for Ferris up top, trying to use his speed. Ferris has it deflected. It's actually Marcus Epps on the other side, the former Bethlehem man and Philadelphia Union Academy product. And a free kick won here by Bethlehem.
We've seen lots of good open football there. Chances at one end and then back the other way. Let's have a look here. Oh, lovely little flick through. Just wonder there if Barlow could have done something with it, but he tries to set up Marcus Epps and his shot is blocked. But that's the positive approach you get from New York Red Bulls. And then straight away Bethlehem Steel come down the other side and they start pressing. So yeah, for all those viewing tonight, this could be a real humdinger of a match, end to end, hopefully with lots of actions and lots of goals.
So far we've seen Tom Barlow be very active in this match, making his first appearance here in the USL Championship since May 1st. Those 8 goals, they speak for themselves. Here with Tom Barlow. Here's Mark McKenzie. McKenzie plays it inside, Ryan. But the flag goes up on the far side. It's a little bit too early for the former Duke product.
That was a good pass from McKenzie. Great vision, head up, put the ball through. Ryan, unfortunately, just a touch offside, but that's a really good move. And as we say, both teams very creative in attack, and already within 8 minutes of this game, we've got, you know, enough talking points. Normally in some games you can wait 20 minutes to get this number of talking points. Both sides right off to a good positive start.
And a beautiful night in Chester. Temperatures in the 80s. Here's Ryan on it again. Looks like both of these number 9 men putting plenty of pressure on the opposing back line here early on. Ariel now. And Bethlehem will play right through the middle. And they get it wide now. A chance for Bethlehem into the box. Another cross, and it's cut out for a corner kick, the first of the match for Bethlehem Steel.
Once again, that final ball's got to be better. You've got to find your man in the middle. The quality needs to improve, but a lovely counter-attack. Beautiful ball played in there by Cole Turner. And then just wondering if Nathan Harriel could have found Ferris in the middle there. Not easy to do, but you've got to try somehow. If you can't get past the defender, chip it over him. Let's see what they do from the set piece now.
Ariel making his 6th straight start for Bethlehem and Brendan Burke here tonight. First corner, they'll take it short to the top of the area. Swung in, and Loro off his line to make the grab.
Yeah, comfortable for the keeper in the end, but a good idea. Just changed the angle by taking the corner back. Got bodies moving in the box, but the ball just a little bit too easy for the keeper. A little bit too long.
Barlow couldn't quite bring it down. There's Jared Stroud right in the middle, number 50. Hit him in the back. He's number 50, making his 50th appearance on his birthday here tonight for New York Red Bulls 2. His right-footed cross into the box, to the back post, and another chance. It goes out of play, just being pinballed around there in the box.
Yes, Elney having 2 little cracks at it there, but not causing the keeper any problems. Here's the ball whipped across. Elney tries it in the near post. There's an effort there, comes back to him. He's still lying on the ground. But in the end, goalkeeper Thomas Romero with nothing to do there. Wasn't tested at all, but once again, chances in the box, and that's going to please both coaches.
Sebastian Elney, a few months removed from winning the College Cup with the Maryland Terrapins back in December in Santa Barbara. Here's Lemma. Now for Stroud. Switches the field. Plenty of room there on that left flank. And it's kept in by Luba. Now Epps. It's pulled out of play, but play continues. Now it goes past the touchline for a Bethlehem throw.
Fontana there didn't have anyone to help him. He was looking around. He was going in circles. There weren't any blue shirts there. And eventually he gets tackled, but his team keep possession. Well, momentarily, and then they pass it away.
There's Luba back for Scarlett now. The Bronx, New York native. A long ball deep. And it finds him again now. As New York look to build another attack. It's wide for Luba. Bit of a heavy touch. And deflects out of play for a goal kick.
Yep. Nathan Harriel with a good slide tackle there. And knocks it off the attack and wins the goal kick. Look at the red shirts pressing high, making it very difficult to play out from the back for Romero, so he'll probably have to go long. You can't risk those passes at the back if there's too many opposition players. As soon as they drop off, he does pass it.
A long ball over the top. We've seen that a few times already tonight from Bethlehem. Around up top, maybe another chance for Bethlehem, but like Brendan Burke was talking to us about, just that quality in the final third, just not quite there yet. Now back the other way for New York Red Bulls. Into the box. Maybe a chance to shoot, and well over Romero's goal.
Was a chance to shoot, but you got to try and hit target though from Marcus Epps. And love the positive approach, but really you've got to test goalkeepers. Much rather a shot that bounces along the ground but hits the target than one that goes flying over the top, because while it's bouncing on the ground, you never know if the goalkeeper misreads it, bounces off his chest, you follow up. So it's got to be the mantra all the time for these young players from the coaching staff. Hit the target, and let somebody else follow up.
There was a look at Coach John Walniak. Physical battle at the back. Tom Barlow trying to sneak it in behind, and he couldn't sneak it in that far post. But Tom Barlow's back in the squad and causing all sorts of trouble.
Yeah, it's a good chance there, and he creates the chance himself. It's his strength and pace on the ball here. He's battling with Mark McKenzie, and he gets the better of him. And as the keeper comes and closes it down, Romero, he just puts it wide under all sorts of pressure. But that's the value in Tom Barlow. He creates opportunities, and we said in the first few minutes he was going to be a problem for the Bethlehem Steel defense, and he's certainly proving to be that.
First time in the lineup since May 1st, as we said. It'll be a good battle between him and Mark McKenzie. Played in the U20 World Cup for the United States back in May and June. As New York will look to play out of the back now. Here's Epps. Ahead for Barlow once again. He's inside the box, and now it's in the back of the net. Tom Barlow back to his scoring ways for New York Red Bulls 2. His 9th goal and now his 9th appearance.
What a natural finisher this young man is. His pace, his ability. It was only a minute ago he got through one-on-one with the keeper and just missed the target. This time not much Romero could do about it. Have a look. Lovely ball over the top played in here. Good vision. Ball, we'll have a look here from Epps over the top. And it's just his pace. Mark McKenzie can't catch him. Gets away, head up, knocks it past the keeper. He has some future, this young man, Tom Barlow.
It just felt like it was coming for Tom Barlow, putting so much pressure on that back line. Eventually, he got in behind Mark McKenzie. Tomas Romero, nothing he could do. And 1-0 to New York Red Bulls 2. They're in the 15th minute here in Chester.
It's a warning for Mark McKenzie because he was caught out a minute earlier. And as a defender, you should learn when you get beaten once by someone, you've got to say, okay, well, if he's going to beat me for pace, let me drop off, or let me use my physique or do something. But to get caught twice in the space of literally 2 minutes, that's something that Mark McKenzie will have to learn not to do in future.
You're Brendan Burke. What can you do to try to help McKenzie out back there?
Well, you've got to back off. If the guy's much faster than you, got to, when the ball's about to be knocked in, you've got to get goal side of him, stay goal side, or get more physical, or get somebody else to mark him who has got pace.
Center back duo tonight, McKenzie and Jamoy Topi. We'll see what changes are made if Tom Barlow continues to rattle this back line.
But if he's good enough to score in the MLS, Tom Barlow in the US Open Cup against MLS opposition, then you know that he's a real talent and it's going to be hard for anybody to mark.
Here's Ferris, a shot right at Loro at the top of the 6.
Well, it's an effort, it's on target. It's not the best of efforts, but at least Ferris will feel that he's made an attempt and he's got the goalkeeper working, and that's step number 1.
Rito plays the ball in behind. Here's Real. It goes out of play. Select is the official ball supplier of the USL Championship in many of the finest leagues in the world. Since 1947, Select has been the leader in soccer ball quality and innovation. For the latest Select products and special offers, please visit selectsportamerica.com.
I think you can see why New York Red Bulls are sitting in 3rd position and will go 2nd if they win here tonight. They've got Tom Barlow up front. When he's not there, they've got Matthias Jorgensen, who scored 7 in 10. Barlow's now, what is he, 9 in 9?
Yep.
It's when you've got strikers like that in your team, you're always going to be near the top somewhere.
Here's Epps. He's been on the ball a lot tonight so far for New York. A good sliding challenge by Real. Another one of those U20 World Cup members for the United States. The ball goes out of play here for a throw-in. When talking with Brendan Burke this week about being at the midway point, he says it's hard to influence the table when you have so many young players. But instead, he's still proud we're near the playoff line with this young of a group.
Yeah, it is. I mean, they do have youngsters all sitting around the 18, 19 years of age. And Romero in goals, 18. Harriel's 18. Topi's 19. Fontana's 19. Yeah, it is difficult. But the same could be said for New York Red Bulls. They've got slightly older players, in the early 20s. But they're a really, really good outfit. And we've seen them over the years in the USL be in the sort of battle for the USL Championship year after year.
Played over the top for Barlow again. This time McKenzie's able to win the battle, at least for the moment. Finally, Bethlehem able to clear it. As it goes wide. Now back Kilwine. Luba there on the left flank. They couldn't keep possession as Topi comes away with it. Here's Zandy, gets shoved down by Kofi. Free kick goes the other way.
We were just talking about some of the young players on Bethlehem Steel. We haven't seen James Chambers, who's 32 years of age, as we have a look at the tackle again. Wins the ball, Kofi, but just gets a little bit of the player as well, and these days that's deemed a foul. Look how strong he is. Really well built, ideal midfield player. But talking about James Chambers, 32 years of age. He's been the sort of old head in the middle of that Bethlehem Steel team for a long time. But whether his legs are beginning to give out a little bit now, the man from Ireland, but he's sitting on the bench. I think they're going to miss his expertise and professionalism in the middle here today, Bethlehem Steel.
Also trying to build forward again. Here's Ferris, slips it in behind. Here's Rial, but it's Scarlett who wins the race. It doesn't matter, the flag was up.
Nice vision from Ferris, but I'd rather have him on the edge of the box. So you want him getting the ball. He's big and strong and quick. And you want the midfielders, attacking midfielders, to be looking for Ferris, not Ferris looking for them. So as much as he's there is the young man, as much as he's good at setting up others, he needs to be the one set up, because he's got the pace and the strength to do exactly what Tom Barlow's done on the other side, which is beat the defense and stick it in the back of the net.
Loro puts it back in play. Once again trying to get in behind Mark McKenzie. This one rolls out for another goal kick.
Certainly been New York who've had the better of the starts. Besides the goal itself, Tom Barlow was also through one-on-one. That's concern for the coach watching on. What can he do? How does he impact the game? It's not easy for Bethlehem Steel. They're at home, and their fans who are at the stadium today will expect them to have a go at New York, and so far they find it difficult to do that.
So far a very similar script as to what we saw back in Montclair, New Jersey. Here's Rito now. Rito, a nice move to get in behind Rial. To the end line. He cut it across, and it's one back. Here's Kofi now. For some space to maneuver around the area. Lemma gets it wide. Luba into the area. Here's Marcus Epps trying to get a shot off. It was blocked in the end. And Kofi comes away with it. Here's Rito. A cross in, Romero's able to come out and make the catch.
Cross a little bit too close to the keeper. Nice easy catch for him, but again, good pressure from New York Red Bulls. And here they are, lots of red shirts up in that half of Bethlehem Steel. They made it so difficult for them to play out.
Here's Fontana, chips it over the top. Ferris brings it down. A shout for handball, not going to happen. Ferris, a spin move, and a goal! The equalizer for Bethlehem, the 23rd. Ferris with his 6th goal of the season.
Fantastic finish from Ferris. We said it a few minutes ago, you've got to get him on the end of the passes. He's the one who can unlock the defense, and not much chance there for Evan Loro when you're one-on-one with the striker and he's got time to pick his spot. It's a lovely through ball here. He still gets it on his chest. He's got a lot of work to do. He turns absolutely brilliant and leaves Jordan Scarlett chasing him there. Have a look. Scarlett doesn't quite expect this bit of skill that comes there. That's a fantastic turn. He's away from the defender. He's got time to slot it through the goalkeeper's legs. Good finish, and game on at 1-1.
Well, he featured both of these strikers at the top, and already within 23 minutes, both are on the score sheet for their respective sides. Felt like it was coming at some point for Bethlehem. They were building forward, and there was that quality in the final third that we were talking with Brendan Burke about. It finally showed right there.
We've seen two wonderful bits of quality from Barlow and Ferris, both brilliant finishers. Great talent, these two strikers, and if you're one of those who loves to track players as they go through their career, I would think you'll see a lot more of those two players. This man here, Ferris, 6th goal, and Tom Barlow. I think you'll be seeing them at the highest levels in the country within a few years' time.
Joined Bethlehem last year, came out of Mount Verde, born in Cameroon. He's trying to make a name for himself here in the USL Championship. This game has been wide open so far as we're through about half of this first 45 minutes from Talon Energy Stadium. And here the 4th official telling Rito to back up before he makes the throw. Foul there on Ryan.
Red, get out of there. Red, get out. Get out. Back up.
I was just telling the New York Red Bull player to get away and allow the kick to be taken. He gets a little bit of a lecture there from the referee, but it's going back to that goal for Jordan Scarlett. That'll be a little lesson for him, as much as Mark McKenzie learned his lesson on the one side there with Tom Barlow. So Jordan got turned a little bit too easily there. You're on the edge of the box. You've got to stop the striker from doing any tricks, and he got turned. Ferris scores, and that'll be a learning item for Jordan Scarlett. I think when he sits with the coaches afterwards, they'll have a few little tips and ideas to give him to make sure that doesn't happen again.
Here's Elney now. Gets by a defender, and now some room to run. Here's Rito wide. Early ball in, and it's headed out by Topi. A corner kick coming for New York Red Bulls 2.
Topi, big, tall, central defender. Look at him, lanky, difficult to beat in the air. That's the sort of physique you can do with as a centre back. Don't carry too much weight, so you can be nice and quick, but big enough and tall enough to get the high ball.
You might see him on this occasion as well with the corner kick. The in-swinger. Towards the back post. Scarlett was there, an open header. He couldn't direct it on frame.
I'll be asking questions for Bethlehem there. How did he get an open header, Scarlett? He just peels away at the back post. Nobody marking him, nobody going with him. That would be a concern for the Bethlehem defense.
Goal kick, Real has a header as Ferris goes down in the center circle. Seen that battle between the two number 35s, him and Scarlett.
I think Scarlett just saying, you scored against me, you made me look bad, here, take that.
Little payback. Nifty pass. Here's Stroud, the goal scorer from last week.
Yeah, Jared Stroud, birthday today.
Happy birthday.
Yeah. It's also his 50th appearance, I believe. 23 years old today.
Very good career so far, this being his second season in the USL Championship. Here's Tom Barlow again, into the middle for Stroud. Easily cut out this time. Some dangerous moments there at the back from this Bethlehem back four.
Stroud, by the way, with 5 goals this season, which if you take Tom Barlow out of it, no one's really going to catch. He's the next best goal scorer for New York Red Bull, so he's had a very good season so far, Jared Stroud.
12 goals in his career, 16 assists to go with it as well. Here's Elney now. Elney trying to find some room. Ferris came in. Might this be the first time in the book?
Just a little warning at this stage, just to be careful. Don't think there was anything too serious in that tackle, but problem is if you do it too often, you can get a booking. You can get a booking for repeated offenses.
And here's Lemma. Lemma's taking his time. It's Eric Tattersall now coming over to mark off 10 yards. See what New York Red Bulls 2 here can do with an aerial ball into the box. Lemma chipped in towards the back post, kept in play, and it's off the crossbar. Marcus Epps nearly gives New York Red Bulls 2 the lead. Here's Epps again, trying to chip it forward. Looked like it was a play straight off the training ground, and it nearly worked to perfection for New York.
It nearly did. That's a brilliant, brilliant header back from the touchline, and Epps thumps it against the crossbar. Very clever play from New York Red Bull from that set piece. But look at it again, the header here, although the pass back was absolutely brilliant there from Kilwine. It nearly results in a goal. Look at this, thumped against the crossbar.
The underside of the crossbar as well. So nearly the second goal for New York. Bethlehem breathing a sigh of relief. So we're through just about a half hour from Talon Energy Stadium. Zach Zandy goes to ground. It was Elney who got caught up in that challenge.
There's a big shout as well, so it seemed like it was a painful one. Just waiting to see if the referee will take any further action. Well, that foot of Zandy's was very high, and you can't do that. So he's lucky he didn't get a yellow card. He might just get a warning. But certainly the foot was very, very high, and referees don't like that, so I think he's probably saying to him, do that again and you will end up in the book.
Zandy from nearby Westchester, Pennsylvania, played at Villanova in 47 appearances, 8 goals. He's up there in assists in the USL Championship this year with 5. Couldn't quite sneak a ball in behind on that occasion. Here's Stroud. Wide for Luba, back to Stroud now. Willis trying to make it difficult, and Ryan's able to clear it back downfield. Here's Scarlett. There's Rito now. Real able to win it back for a moment. Here's Rito now. He's gotten in dangerous areas tonight. Tom Barlow. And he's unable to keep it in play. Fans follow Bethlehem Steel and the rest of the USL Championship all season long on ESPN Plus, home to the USL, MLS, UFC, and more. Join the over 2 million sports fans who've already discovered ESPN Plus and watch the championship live every week. Sign up today at ESPNplus.com.
Look at it. They're hemming him in here in New York. They're making it very difficult for Bethlehem Steel to get out, and it certainly has been the visitors who've looked the strongest throughout this game. The Red Bulls have had good chances. Tom Barlow before he scored, and then that Epps effort against the crossbar, and really it's just been one inspired moment from Ferris that has got Bethlehem on level terms. As I say, battling to get out from the back, and really is an impressive New York Red Bulls effort so far.
The possession stats fairly even, but the shots, as you might expect with New York, well in the favor of the Red Bulls, 8-2. As Ferris wins the ball back for Bethlehem, couldn't quite get by Scarlett. And Kofi breathing a sigh of relief there.
Ferris hits the ground, looks at the referee, trying to get a free kick, but I don't think there was anything there. But he did well to dispossess the defender, and that's where Ferris is such a dangerous player. The only one who really is causing New York any problems.
Here's Elney, plays it forward. Tom Barlow into the area again. Romero, a big challenge there. Barlow's still on the ball. Barlow trying to make something happen. Gets it wide. Now here's Epps. He's already hit the crossbar tonight. And this one nowhere near it.
Romero with a very good save. Once again, New York Red Bulls get past that Bethlehem Steel defense. It's far too easy for Tom Barlow to get free one-on-one. Lovely pass played in here from Elney. Goalkeeper does really well to make that save, because if he doesn't, that would have been the second goal.
Tom Barlow looking to get double figures for goal scoring. We're just about at the midway point of this 2019 campaign. The whistle blows and we'll go back to New York. It's played here to Rito. Being fought for here on this near side with Ryan and Epps. And Epps talks to Rito, telling him to change something for next time.
Ball just given away far too cheaply. Bethlehem Steel haven't had much of it, certainly not in New York's half of the pitch. So there's some thinking and some changes need to be made to the Bethlehem Steel side if they're going to get themselves in control of this game, because so far it's all New York.
In the last matchup between these two teams, Ferris did not play, was out, along with Benjamin Ofemu, who's on the bench tonight. If you combine those two players coming into tonight, they accounted for 6 goals for this Bethlehem side. So obviously very important to have Ferris back in the lineup, and he's already proving his worth with a goal. Terrio looks to put it back in play with a throw-in on the far side. Topi. Zandy couldn't bring it down. Haven't had too many dull moments in this match. Both teams back and forth. New York has definitely had the better, as we were talking about a moment ago. It's Bethlehem who got the equalizer, canceled out Tom Barlow's opener.
The space and time New York have to play out. Not the best of passes, but they don't seem to be under much pressure. And immediately, look how they put Bethlehem Steel under pressure at the back. Looking to get turnover ball.
Willis trying to bring it right through the middle.
Which they do. They get turnover ball, and Tom Barlow can then pay it off and try and get it back, which he does. So it's just all too simple for the Red Bulls.
Tom Barlow seems like he's controlling this match for New York, pulling all the strings, then moving to his number 9 striker position. It's played wide in the middle for Barlow. Couldn't get it to him. Fontana looking for Ferris, who goes to ground, and the whistle blows.
Free kick, and referee going to have a little word with Kilwine. He gives that "who me, not guilty" look. Referee doesn't quite see it that way. Maybe we'll see it again here and have a closer look and see what contact there was. Ferris on the ball. Well, Kilwine sort of gets the ball, to be fair to him. I'm not quite sure if it is a foul if you get the ball, but these days even bumping players can be perceived as dangerous in one way or another. But I don't think there was anything malicious about it whatsoever.
Ferris just gets back to his feet. At least he sold it well.
Yeah, look, he might have felt the bump. It might have hurt him, but I just don't think there was, you know, if you win the ball and he didn't quite come through the back of him, Kilwine. So, but these days, anything that's deemed to be dangerous is normally given. So Kilwine on a warning now. He's going to have to be careful. Next one, he'll be in the book.
Part of that center back duo with Scarlett for New York Red Bulls 2 here tonight. Seen a lot of Edgardo Rito, the Venezuelan.
The blue shirts trying to push up now. Bethlehem still trying to do what New York have been doing to them, and it's worked. They've got possession of the ball. It's one of the few times we've seen Bethlehem really push up and pressurize the Red Bulls.
Seems like New York is dominating that midfield, winning a lot of balls there and getting it wide. Here's Rito now. Deflected out for another corner kick.
Good chance for the big men from the back to come up and threaten Scarlett and Kilwine. One or two others that are big enough to cause some problems in that box. And of course, Tom Barlow will be hovering. Anything drops, he's going to want to pounce on it.
It'll be Chris Lemma with 2 assists to his name this season. Looks to be an in-swinger here from New York. Lemma towards the back post again. Right into the middle. Barlow was there, but a foul at the initial header as both players are down.
That's Kilwine getting up superbly well, but he's deemed to have got into the back of one of the big defenders of Bethlehem. Let's have a look at it again. Gets up really well, and yeah, his knees and his neck, you can't do that. He got up and he had done what he needed to do, Kilwine. He's won the ball, but he's sort of used his knee to leverage off the back of the defender.
You have to get pretty high to get your knee up there.
Yeah, which he did. I mean, he got up, Kilwine. He was in the great position. If he just keeps his knee out the way, I would think he still wins the header now. He's been warned by the referee. He's walked past and glanced over, and his referee's probably given him one last little warning and said, be careful, you're walking on thin ice.
As the trainers now attend to the Bethlehem player down.
Little chance of Bethlehem coaches to have a word with their players and Need to get more from these players. They've been battling to keep in this game against the Red Bulls, who've had way more chances. And Ferris is, for the coach is talking to him, Brendan Burke, because Ferris is the one who has unlocked the door and can unlock it again.
The Bethlehem player now walks off under his own power. Looks like that is Mark McKenzie, who's walking off slowly. Here's Elney now. Elney gets it wide. Couldn't quite get it past Topi. So in the meantime, Bethlehem down to 10 men. Well, the trainers attend to Mark McKenzie. We'll see if we get a substitution if he cannot continue.
See Bethlehem trying that press, and you leave a man free in the middle. The press is not going to work. You've either got to all do it properly. Maybe it's not the time to do it when you're down to 10 men.
In the middle, trying to get Stroud on the ball. Deflection will take it out for a corner.
And in the same way they can't do a press with 10 men, they're going to be very careful picking up at set pieces. Who was Mark McKenzie marking? What was his position? Was he marking a certain zone or area? And they need to get others to fill in for the big man. Oh, he's back on the pitch. Sorry, he is there in the middle, Mark McKenzie.
McKenzie was nearly there to it. It was, looks like Tom Barlow. He goes out for another goal kick. A lot of big bodies for this New York front line.
Yep, they have got big players in defense as well that they can throw up, the Red Bulls, but sitting at 1-1 at half time, I think Bethlehem Steel are going to be the happier of the two teams, because they've had a bunch of chances, New York Red Bulls, and only converted one and hit the crossbar. Tombala's just pushed it past the post, and really Bethlehem Steel had one chance, brilliantly tucked away by Ferris. So a chance at half time for the Bethlehem Steel coaches to try and make some changes, do something different for the second half.
Going back to that first matchup, a few players, a big challenge there in the middle. It was Willis who went to ground, and it looks like this will be the first yellow card of the match. Shivani Willis picks it up.
I thought Willis won the ball in that, and that's what he's arguing is. It was a bad touch, and then he sort of stretched and won it. Have a look here. As the ball comes in there, it's a bad touch, and does he win the ball? He wins the ball. Definitely. I didn't see how that's a foul. If anything, it's the other way. Have a look. He wins the ball. He wins it fair and square, and he doesn't go over the top, and it's Stroud who sells it to the referee, and well sold, because in the end, Willis gets a yellow card.
It's tough there for Willis, who will now be the first player in the book tonight. Big night of soccer around the United States with the U.S. Open Cup happening as well. We'll update you on all those scores at halftime. We're nearing halftime here from Talon Energy Stadium. Sent in, and all the way through and out of play, a goal kick. Get updates and alerts all year long by following your club on ESPN.com. Search for Bethlehem Steel, then click the follow button to keep up with the latest news and scores. Plus, get reminders on Bethlehem Steel's next match. Go to ESPN.com now and click follow for your club. Here's Ferris in behind now. Trying to get it wide for Ryan. Ryan back to his right foot, deflected up in the air. And Rito comes away with it. Might have had room to shoot there on his left.
Some bad defending from New York Red Bulls. They invited that problem. Oh, that's going to be a yellow card. That was a professional foul there. No question about that from Matt Real. Yeah, picks up the card.
Now into the book.
Good was some poor defending a moment ago from New York Red Bulls, and they were pounced on by Ferris and nearly punished. But have a look here. Real knows that there, he knows he's in trouble, and he just steps across. And trips
him or
Rito.
Turner.
Yeah, he trips Rito. And well done to the big Venezuelan for causing so many problems and creating a situation where Matt Real had to give away the yellow card. And now he's trading on thin ice along with Willis.
Both of them very important pieces of this Bethlehem squad. Here's Lemma now. It's getting towards that back post area for Stroud in the middle. It's cleared by Topi. We're stoppage time here in just a moment. It's 2 minutes here at the end of this first half. A foul going back the other way. A few whistles here in the last few moments.
Yeah, Stroud a bit over energetic. They're coming back. If you've lost possession, don't kick out quickly and give away a free kick. Just keep the pressure on, nip away at the heels without giving away the free kick, and see if you can get a turnover. Once you give the free kick away, you kill the whole game. Turnover chances are gone, and then the opposition, in this case Bethlehem Steel, can just knock it down the pitch. Or they can give it to the keeper.
Topi will play it short. Maybe Bethlehem content to get to halftime with where we stand now. Another challenge right in the middle. You hear the grimace from the New York Red Bulls player. Another player hitting the ground. It's Ferris this time.
Scarlett again, nice and tight on Ferris. He's given him very little space to operate in, other than the goal, of course, which was more Ferris's brilliance.
Real takes it early, all the way towards that back post. Luba gets to it, clears it out for a throw-in. Maybe Bethlehem not content at 1-1. Swan back, and yet another whistle by Eric Tattersall.
Oh, could be another yellow card, is it?
And it will be.
Fontana, they're going to have to be careful here, Bethlehem Steel. A few players on yellow cards now, and just means any. He's frustrated with himself, and maybe with the referee. Let's have a look. Did he do anything here that? Oh, it kicks out. Yes, we're going to get a yellow card.
Ball. Yeah.
You are going to get a yellow card every time for that, young Mr. Fontana.
So already, now 3 players into the book in quick succession for Bethlehem Steel. And that's the last kick of the ball here in this first half from Talon Energy Stadium. Tom Barlow got things going early. Ferris had the equalizer, and that is where we stand here at the end of this first 45 minutes, +2 from Chester. So it's all to play for in the second half from Chester, Pennsylvania. Bethlehem Steel FC and New York Red Bulls 2 will take you around USL Championship and update you on the US Open Cup. That's all coming up at halftime here on ESPN+. Halftime here from Talon Energy Stadium, 1-1 between Bethlehem Steel and New York Red Bulls 2. Plenty of soccer going around the United States currently as we speak. Some USL Championship action here, some US Open Cup action as well, with two USL Championship sides competing tonight. It is already off to a quick start in Minnesota, where Minnesota United have struck twice. New Mexico United have won. Santi Moar got the goal scored in the 7th minute before Angelo Rodriguez and Darwin Quintero answered back. And St. Louis FC, a big matchup with Atlanta tonight as well.
St. Louis have done brilliant in this competition, haven't they? Knocking out Chicago Fire amongst other teams. And they're going to give Atlanta United a good run for their money tonight, I would guess.
Orlando City and New York City going on as well. In the nightcap, Los Angeles FC and Portland Timbers. That should be a fantastic matchup out west.
Good luck, Portland Timbers, against LAFC at the moment. They are just smashing all the opposition.
So plenty of USL Championship action going on this week. But let's go back to last week to see what happened around the league.
Go for goal, and they find it! Opiel's gone for goal, another deflection, off the post and in! Tacoma on top, shot, and goal! What a beauty!
Justin Dillon moving up the middle, he's going to push that ball wide toward Gonzalez. Gonzalez, a first touch cross, back inside for Dillon, and a goal!
Inside the 18, shot, pushed wide!
The boys in purple have dominated.
Ownby charging on, curling the cross. That's excellent from Hoffenau. His first goal in Louisville Collins. What a finish for Louisville. They lead. Cicerone again hitting the cross with pace. Greg, and there's one. The response from Kyle Greg. Russell Cicerone with tremendous service in the second half.
Not statistically kept unless you're keeping a track on mileage. Does a lot off the ball to draw space for his teammates.
Collier weaving his way through. Elliot Collier for the hat trick. There it is! Elliot Collier. It's a great opportunity again here for the Hounds.
He goes for goal.
What a shot! What a goal!
Right to party on the 4th of July. What a wonderful.
And when the emotion starts to flow, everyone starts to settle in. Then you can push forward and press the goal.
Rios off the post and in. What a missile that is. Goal number 11 of the year in Rios with a phenomenal finish. Jameson can give it a go from there if he wants. Jameson is it back to Billy Forbes. Billy, right foot. Billy puts it in the back of the net.
Plenty of good goals around USL Championship. Some news and notes from around the league. Hartford Athletic opening up Dillon Stadium this Saturday with Indy 11. And some other moves going around USL Championship. Sebastian Velasquez back. And the Canadian Championship starting tonight for the Ottawa Fury.
Yeah, well done, Hartford. I'm sure they're delighted to have their own stadium. They've been away for most of their games this season, so to have their own stadium is awesome for them.
And here is the team of the week. Collier gets player of the week. Who stands out on that sheet from this week?
Well, I guess they all do. That's why they're there. Miller's been very, very good in goals, made some great saves. Cicerone, I think, is so good for St. Louis. He creates goals and he scores them. 2 Forbeses there, so you can take your pick of the Forbeses. So yeah, they've all been fantastic.
The Forbes from Pittsburgh scoring that goal against Bethlehem last week. And the power rankings from this past week, the top 10, and it's Phoenix Rising. They've been up there all season long, one of the better teams across all of USL.
Yeah, they are. They're fantastic. And they're going to take some stopping this season, you would think. Indy 11 have been great. Tampa Bay. They've been absolutely fantastic. And then the Red Bulls only sitting in 10th spot. Thought they might be a little bit higher than that.
And here are the standings before we entered tonight. New York Red Bulls 2 in there at 31 points in third place, and Bethlehem Steel just off of this list in 12th, but can go 10th with a win.
They can, but they've got to face up to teams like St. Louis who have games in hand. So they're going to have to get a run going fairly soon, Bethlehem Steel. Otherwise, they're going to find themselves with too much ground to make up.
And up ahead for these sides and all of week 19. Some interesting matchups this week. We mentioned that Hartford matchup opening up their stadium. New York Red Bulls 2 back in action on Saturday against Atlanta United. Tampa Bay will go to Pittsburgh. It should be an interesting matchup.
That's going to be a great match because Pittsburgh have been in wonderful form. Tampa Bay have been absolutely unstoppable, so that's a must-watch game.
And some scores from around the league from last weekend. Charlotte getting that 1-0 win over Pittsburgh on Sunday. An exciting match with St. Louis and Loudoun drawing it 2-2.
Yeah, I did that match and Loudoun went 2-0 up and they were absolutely fantastic and took the lead, but St. Louis powered their way back and that was a really wonderful match to watch. And look at Tampa Bay, just scoring goals for fun at the moment.
And that does it for the scores. We'll have the second 45 minutes from Chester coming up right after this here on ESPN+. Back here at Talon Energy Stadium, halftime between Bethlehem Steel and New York Red Bulls 2. An exciting first 45 minutes here from Talon Energy Stadium. Let's take a look at the highlights, how it went down those first 45 minutes. And it was a very open match in this one. Bethlehem getting the first chances.
Yeah, nice run down the right-hand side and ball played across, but cleared quite comfortably, and that was Nathan Harriel causing a few problems. But then it was really all this man up front, Tom Barlow, causing problems, putting McKenzie under pressure and just knocking it wide. And that should have been a warning to young Mark McKenzie to be careful. Yeah, just knocked wide, and literally a minute or two later, a similar situation. Let's see if... Okay, there's a bit of pressure here. They play out from the back. New York Red Bull play it in the middle. It's going to be a lovely ball chipped over the top there from Epps, and he's away, gone, and hits the back of the net. So a wonderful pass from Epps, and 9-9 for Tom Barlow.
Tom Barlow keeps his goal-scoring ways going in the USL Championship. That ball was played all the way out from the back, and that's how you like it drawn up if you are New York Red Bulls too. But Bethlehem would come right back.
They would, and it's all down to this man, Ferris. At this point now, he's going to turn the defender, Jordan Scarlett, and finish it off absolutely brilliant. And you can say thanks to Anthony Fontana for the pass, but other than that, he made this all himself. Brilliantly played and got his team back in this. And to be fair, they hadn't had too many chances. They're a little bit lucky at this stage, and there was still another chance where the visitors have hit the crossbar. So not so sure. Shots on target doesn't show Red Bulls in the ascendancy, but they had by far the better chances.
11 shots for the leading team in shots in USL Championship, and the possession there as well. Got a bit chippy there towards the end of that first half. 3 yellow cards in the last few minutes for Bethlehem. New York yet to go into the book of Eric Tattersall. We're just about set here for this second 45 minutes. What are you looking forward to in the second half?
I'm just curious to see what Bethlehem do, because for me they were well outplayed. They could continue the same sort of style and hope to, catch New York Red Bulls on the breakaway and see if Ferris can get them a second and potentially a winning goal. But I'm sure the crowd are expecting more from the home side, and if so, are they going to attack differently? What are they going to do differently? So I'm looking forward to the tactics of Brendan Burke.
We take a look at the U.S. Open Cup scoreboard, and Minnesota United just keeping it going. 4 goals past New Mexico United. Those are 4 unanswered goals. But that St. Louis match still 0-0, and you wonder if they can nick one at the end like they did against Cincinnati.
Oh yeah, I think Atlanta are in for a tough night. I would expect them ultimately to win it, but not by much. And if there is to be a shock, it's going to come in that St. Louis match.
Very interesting to see what plays out down the stretch down in Atlanta. But here, it's 1-1. It will also be interesting to see what plays out down the stretch. Whether New York can find a winner on the road, or whether Bethlehem can hold serve at home, trying to get back at New York from that 4-0 loss back at the end of May.
Well, certainly if New York can get ball to Tom Barlow, there's every chance that they can get another couple of chances, because Tom Barlow has been super sharp up front. And you give that man service, he will score goals.
There will be a substitution for Bethlehem to start this second half. James Chambers will come on, and it will be Shivani Willis, who picked up a yellow card there at the end of that first half. He will make way.
Yeah, it doesn't surprise me. We mentioned Chambers in the first half and his experience, and right now they need someone to come in and guide them. So I think the Irishman will make a massive difference.
He's the club leader in games played, games started, goals, and minutes played. Spent over a decade playing in Ireland. He's come over to the United States, finds himself in Bethlehem, and now on the pitch here tonight. New York starts with possession here in this second half. Looking to move up the table. Both these teams looking to move up the table. But early on, it's Ryan. Ryan on his right foot. Ryan just sneaks it in the post. 17 seconds in. And he's celebrating with backflips. Bethlehem take the lead.
It's a lovely finish, and they've come out a lot more positive. Bethlehem Steel, they had a right go at New York in the first minute there, and they've got a wonderful reward there from Issa Ryan. That is delight for the home crowd. They've been looking for something really positive. Ball played into Ryan, and he does most of the work here. He beats the defenders, and were they standing off him a little bit too much? I guess they were. You've got to be a little bit critical of New York Red Bulls not getting closer to him, but good finish from Issa Ryan.
It's all set up there as you see the pack flip. The youngster going airborne. It all started from James Chambers just onto the pitch. And now it'll be up to New York Red Bulls to try to answer back. But Bethlehem Steel, you can't ask for a better start to this second half.
Absolutely, and well done to the coach for making the substitution and bringing on James Chambers. And we said first half how crucial he's been to this team in guiding them. Maybe just resting his legs in this particular game. And he's come on and made an immediate difference. And it's not just the pass as well, it's the confidence he gives the players around him, that they know they have this man who's, what is he, 32 years of age now, vast experience, and they can believe that he can come on and make a difference for them.
Here's Ryan on the ball again. Looking for Ferris in the middle, but Lemma will come away with it. Ryan was the ACC Freshman of the Year last year at Duke, made 20 appearances, 6 goals, came up in the Union Academy, was eventually signed in February. And it's his second pro goal. He scored his first pro goal recently against Hartford Athletic. Here's Harriel now on the ball, couldn't quite get by Loba. There's Tom Barlow. I'm sure we'll see much more of him in this second 45 minutes. So now it's New York looking for an equalizer. Now Epps. He's Lemma in the middle. There's Barlow. Barlow cuts inside, looking for some room, looking for a window. Eventually finds Kofi, who plays it wide for Rito. Now for Stroud. Rito, a nice run, gets in behind, and Romero had to make that stop.
Good save from the goalkeeper. Lovely little bit of play from Red Bulls. Get it out wide. Stroud puts Rito through, and he puts a lovely ball in the box. If the keeper doesn't come and get that, that's a certain goal. So Romero saving the day, and as we had in the first half, we're getting lots of excitement.
There's Fontana, couldn't quite get that pass right, but good moments here in the first 3 minutes from Bethlehem.
Yeah, good moments from both sides. New York Red Bulls also attempting to attack, and I think they will do throughout the second half, not only because they're behind, but that's their style. As their coach, John Wolniak, said, even away from home, we still go out to win, we still go out to attack and create chances. So this is all set up for a fantastic second half.
It's the team in third place who are looking to go second here tonight, and we'll be looking for that equalizer. But Brennan Burke said it'd be a very different game. It's the one we saw at the end of May. Some missing players for Bethlehem due to red card suspension, and we're seeing that it's much different here tonight with those players back in the side.
One thing Bethlehem will have to be careful of: 3 players on yellow cards. If any of those 3 players do something silly, they could be down to 10 men. So they're going to have to manage themselves very carefully in terms of the tackles they make.
Wide for Rito. He's been up and down that right flank all night long. Rito looking for something here. It's won back by Bethlehem as the whistle blows, and a foul.
Be careful with those sort of tackles from behind. That could have got Scarlett a yellow card. Referee, maybe after his break, has relaxed a little bit, but he was handing them out just before half-time.
Heard that whistle quite a bit in the latter stages of that first half. Ball mishandled and goes out of play. John Wolniak said it, there's always a bit more in this game with a bit of a rivalry. He said Bethlehem changed their style of play to add some physicality, and it's been competitive and physical really since the open.
Yeah, but it hasn't been nasty at any stage. I don't think anyone's left the boot in on purpose, and you know, you want players to commit themselves. You also want them to be cognizant that they don't end anybody's career. And it's been a well-fought match so far, and one in which we said at the beginning, Bethlehem Steel have to really win if they want to get in that top 10 and be in a playoff position. A win tonight is absolutely vital. By the way, we saw a bit of a clash of bodies there, and I'm just wondering if both those players are okay. We'll find out in a moment when the ball comes into this half. Okay, they're still hobbling there. It looks like it was Kilwine who took a knock.
Here's Ferris. He left just a little bit early as the flag goes up here on the near side. Ferris eager to get in behind tonight. Here's Epps, former Bethlehem man. Luba gets in behind, cuts it back, bounced around. Chambers comes away with it, plays it back. A dangerous pass there for Romero, who's able to clear it. And another player goes down, Ferris. That might be the last warning for Kilwine.
I'm going to say he's hobbling there with a knock he took a few minutes ago, but he's given away a whole succession of free kicks. And if the referee's adding them up, he must be getting to the point where he's going to give him a yellow just for constant infringement. So the big centre back needs to be careful. There's Chambers, who's made all the difference since he came on. Just calm. I mean, he's a good 10 years older than virtually any of the players in his team.
Good build-up play again. It's taken away. And the ref will wave that one away.
Ferris is down. Took a bit of a knock there. Again, nothing on purpose. The referee doesn't see a problem with it, so play on it is.
Charging forward is Edgardo Rito, and it's cut out by Bethlehem, and they have a chance to run. Trying to play it in, as Ferris is still down on the field. And Luba now will play it out, and Ferris will be attended to here by the trainers.
Let's have a look and see what happened here. Stretches and then nutmegs him. Well, I think it's a foul because he nutmegged him and then goes for the ball, but I didn't see any bad tackle. Maybe he just got caught awkwardly on the knee. He hasn't moved much, has he? Was he pointing to his ribs, maybe? It's a nice little bit of skill for the nutmeg. That certainly deserved a free kick. But again, no malice. There hasn't been any malice in this game, and I think that's good to see.
Looks like that's Kilwine over there as well. He's at least stretching out on the ground. Look at Brendan Burke.
He must be happy with his decision at half-time to bring on James Chambers, and that turned the match within the first couple of minutes. They're now 2-1 up. And if you're New York Red Bulls, you're going to be frustrated. The opportunities they had in the first half, hitting the crossbar. Tom Barlow was through twice one-on-one, scored from one of them, didn't from the other. And it was really all the visitors, and yet they find themselves 2-1 down. So they've got some work to do in the second half if they want to leave with all 3 points. Having said that, Bethlehem Steel desperate for the points to get into the top 10 in the playoff position, so they're not going to let this lead slip without a big battle.
As Ferris comes out, wait a moment. So he looks okay to continue, and here he comes.
Applause from the crowd for Red Bulls kicking the ball out and then Bethlehem giving it back to them. Nice bit of respect shown in the game there.
And Barlow in behind again, this time behind Topi. Barlow to his right foot, a curler, looking for that top corner and just a little bit far.
Oh, he knew what he wanted to do. Yeah, he's hitting himself in the hand there. It would have been a great goal if he had tucked that one away, but he wanted to bend it in that top corner. He had the time. He's cut inside on his right foot. Does really well here. And it's Topi who really gets caught. He comes on. He knows what he wants to do. He just doesn't hit the target. Frustrating, but it would have been a hell of a goal if he had scored.
It seems like he's so sure of himself and what he wants to do out there, using his big frame to his advantage. That time he was trying to get inside on Topi, already got inside on McKenzie. Trying to get one on both center backs. Now a chance for New York. Here's Epps. Slips it inside for Stroud. Stroud is on it. Now into the box, Epps. And easy for Romero down to his left.
Yeah, comfortable save, but well done Epps on getting the strike on goal at least. As mentioned earlier, you as a coach, you want to see those shots on target. You like them to be a little bit harder, a little bit further away from the keeper, but still a decent effort from Epps. Nice ball played in as well to him. There's the ball in, turns, gets a bit of space. Yeah, he doesn't quite connect it.
Ferris again. Taken away now with Scarlett. Chance to move forward here for New York. It's wide for Epps if he can keep it in play. Plenty of room. Here's Epps going in on Harriel. Cuts back to his right. Gets a shot off. Harriel with the block. And this will bounce away for a corner kick.
Ariel does great on the block there, but I think he might have hurt himself. Epps hit that really hard. And as Ariel stuck a foot out, he might have just got it twisted. There he is, still lying down. Yeah, I think he's hurt. But they're having to do some defending now, Bethlehem Steel. New York able to find space on the counter-attack, especially out wide. And Nathan Harriel toughs it out and gets up. He's going to try and run that off. A really, really good, solid tackle. But the space that Epps had, he comes inside. Look, as he hits it, Ariel just stretching that leg out and taking the full force of that shot.
And the chance to swing on in here for New York. This one right into the middle, headed out by Chambers. Fancy footwork and using his head to get it away. Ferris now. As Bethlehem try to play out. Slipped in behind. He looks to be onside. The flag is down. Fontana getting around Loro. Fontana dribbling around. The shot is blocked at the top of the box. Loro makes the save. And crisis averted maybe as this one's all the way through. Ryan now into the corner. Issa Ryan has a brace. And Bethlehem are taking a 3-1 lead.
And where did that all start? It started with Chambers once again with a fantastic ball through to Fontana. He tries to get around. Look at the coach. He's chuffed with his change that he's made because it really has turned this match around. But Fontana's tried to get past the keeper, wasn't able to. And the ball bounces around a bit, and eventually it's Issa Ryan who scores. And that ball already played in, came from Chambers. It gave Fontana a one-on-one. Straight away, there's sort of all sorts of chaos in the back for New York Red Bulls. They're everywhere. There's a big, big scramble. Comes back to Issa Ryan. There, comes back to him, and he tucks that away. But it starts with James Chambers putting Fontana through one-on-one with the keeper. And it ends up with the home side 3-1 ahead.
Just an unfortunate deflection off of Kilwine. And it fell right into the feet of Issa Ryan, who came in. Oh, and he's letting loose here tonight.
Yeah, we don't want to see that too often, but where did that come from? Was he suddenly sick, or had he had too much to drink at the interval? But yeah, it's not often we see that sort of thing happen on the pitch. Maybe he's down. Maybe he's
down on
sick.
the far side.
Maybe he's got a bug or something, and I think they should stop it very quickly and get some attention, which they're going to do. That was a moment of TV that will be well remembered. But I hope he's okay.
2 goals for him on the night. But something upset him.
Yep.
And the trainer's now coming on.
Gives everybody else a chance to hydrate and stretch and get over a few knocks. But that was a very, very strange moment from Issa Ryan there. He's looks like the coach is already thinking of swapping him out. Because if that's what happens, that you don't want to take any chances with any stomach bugs or loss of fluids or anything. I guess I'm not a medical person, but the coach will probably want to look after Issa Ryan in this situation.
Brendan Burke talking with Axel Picasso. 4 straight sub appearances. As Ryan back to his feet. A moment you don't always see, especially caught on camera.
I've never seen that before. What timing that was from the cameraman. But our major concern, of course, is that Issa Ryan is okay, that was just maybe some fluids that didn't sit well with him, and there's nothing more to it than that. If there is, then obviously they'll get him off the pitch as soon as possible. So we'll find out in the next couple of moments what they're going to do.
It is a very warm night in Bethlehem. I'm sure the humidity is high as well. Now back to the soccer. 3-1 to Bethlehem as this game has turned. 3 unanswered goals for Bethlehem Steel. The opposite of what happened in the first matchup between these two sides. Here's Ferris. He gets taken down by Kofi.
Let's see if Kofi just gets a warning or whether he gets a card. Again, there was no malice in that. It was just good play from Ferris, but he's milking it. He's staying down.
He's been down on that field a lot.
Yeah, maybe he's just sick and tired of being kicked, and he wants the ref to have a word with Kofi, and he's given him the yellow card.
Eric Tattersall thought about that one for a moment. Here's another look at it.
Does leave his leg dangling a little bit longer than necessary, perhaps, Kofi. But it has turned this match, hasn't it? From 1-1 at half-time with New York in the ascendancy and having had by far the better chances first half. It's been all Bethlehem second half, and big question as to how the Red Bulls are going to respond.
Red Bulls currently on a 3-match winless streak. 2 straight 1-1 draws against Ottawa and at Charleston. and a 3-0 loss at the Pittsburgh Riverhounds a few weeks ago. So some bad form as of late here for New York. They've still been getting some points, but tonight they'll still be battling to at least come out of here with one.
Be smart, be smart, be smart.
Bit of a sense of urgency being shown here by the Red Bulls. They're chasing 2 goals. Here's Lemma.
They're just gonna do
Cuts it across and cleared away for a corner kick.
Oh, pressure coming from the Red Bulls, but there's James Chambers doing his good organizing and getting back and defending. But this is more important for Bethlehem Steel in terms of the end of the season. The Red Bulls will almost certainly finish in playoff position, but Bethlehem Steel are out of those top 10 positions. With a win here, they just sneak in. This is a vital game for the home side.
Here's Lemma now, the outswinger, in towards the near post. Falls to Lemma. Trying to get around Zandy, unable to do so. And Zandy clears it away, and this could be a big win for Bethlehem, maybe to bolster them into the second half of the season.
Absolutely, it would be a vital win against a very good New York Red Bulls 2 team.
It looks like we'll get a substitution. It'll be Alan Giannis coming on, along with the youngster John Tolkien. He's just 16 years old, so it's Tolkien and Giannis coming on for New York Red Bulls.
We saw Kilwine going off there, and he took a knock at the start of the second half, and he's been struggling all along with that.
Here's Epps now to the end line. Controlling the box, but given right back. Here's Kofi. Tight areas there for players in red. Another chance here for Epps on the ball into the corner. Stroud now, a goal scorer from Friday. Chips it in and right at Romero.
Very important here how the Red Bulls respond. Their coach will be measuring their ability to step up to the MLS side by how they fare when they're down, when they're behind, when they're facing difficulties. And players like Tom Barlow need to help out and get that goal, get them back at 3-2. Suddenly they're back in it. So important to show their maturity from a Red Bulls point of view. Likewise for Bethlehem to show their maturity in closing out the game. And 3-1, they've got a 2-goal cushion. From a professional point of view, would expect them to be able to get the 3 points from being 3-1 ahead.
Here's Ferris. Aerial there. This goes out of play. Will be a throw-in for Bethlehem as Harriel's down once again. He's taken some big challenges here tonight.
Let's have a look and see what happened there. I didn't see too much. The ball was played out. Maybe just caught his ankle awkwardly, Harriel, but he's back up, which is good to see.
Tattersall saying to get on with things here. Finally get it in. Here's Harriel now. Deflected out for another throw.
Took a long time to take the throw, Harriel. I thought for a second that the referee was going to blow up and give it the other way for time wasting. And in the end, it wasn't even it was almost a foul throw. So let's see what he does now. That's better.
Chambers just gets it out of there. Plenty of open field on the other side.
Yeah, good switch from Chambers once again. Such an intelligent pass.
It's played wide. Here's Fontana. Chambers will let it rip off the deflection. Then into the air. It's caught by Loro. Tune in to ESPN3 on July 12th at 10 Eastern Time for a special Friday night edition of Wednesday Night Soccer when Tacoma Defiance invades the fortress that is Zions Bank Stadium to try and slow down a surging Real Monarchs side. It's Wednesday Night Soccer on a Friday. See it all July 12th at 10 Eastern on ESPN3. New York Red Bulls trying to play back into this match. 25 minutes to go. They're chasing 2 goals. Ryan looks to be good back on his feet.
There's a young man, John Tolkien there. What did he say, 16 years of age?
16.
Oh, it's fantastic. That's credit to teams like the Red Bulls and Bethlehem Steel who bring through these youngsters and give them a chance early on, a chance to mature, because in Europe, that's when they start playing these teams or these players. They start pushing them at 16, 17, 18 to see how good they are.
Here's Ferris. Couldn't quite get inside, and Laurel comes out. And Kofi, that might be the last time he gets warned. Been warned a few times already tonight from Eric Tattersall.
Certainly has, but Chambers once again using his experience just to win that foul. He just stepped across Kofi at the right moment, wins the foul, slows the game down. He knows that it's a case of seeing out this match and controlling the game. And that's what he's going to be able to help them do.
It's played wide towards the back post. Luba has to use his head to clear it. Here's Harriel now. Harriel goes down. He's been down on the turf line with Ferris a bunch tonight.
Yes.
Tolkien trying to play it in behind. Jared Stroud puts his shoulder into the back of Mark McKenzie. The birthday boy will not get the benefit of the doubt on this occasion.
It's a lovely ball from Tolkien. Great vision to try and put Stroud through. And that's what we're looking for from these youngsters. How good are they in these situations? And it was a lovely ball, but yeah, that's a shoulder in the back. That's going to get blown up every single time.
There will be Axel Picasso coming on, the second substitution of the night for Bethlehem Steel. There will be Issa Ryan coming off. 2 goals for him tonight. A bright spot in this young career for Issa Ryan. And Picasso makes his 5th straight appearance off the bench.
That's fantastic. 2 goals, absolutely brilliant. But I just hope that he's okay in terms of his health. Whatever it was that made him throw up, he needs just to settle down and focus on getting himself right. So correct for the coach, I think, to bring on Picasso and give Ryan a rest.
New York's starting to run out of time here. Just about 20 minutes left. Have to give credit to Bethlehem in the second half. Seems like they have controlled things, scoring those 2 goals to take the lead. Right in the middle now. Giannis trying to get it wide. Instead, this will go out of play.
Red Bulls must just keep calm. There's still 20 minutes left. A little bit of frustration there that the pass didn't go to the man. But they've got Tom Barlow in their team, and if they can just get ball to him, they're still in this match. They've still got a chance. So they must just show some experience. They don't have the likes of a James Chambers on their side, anyone who's that mature. All their players, I think the oldest player is 24 years of age. So they're going to have to combine as a New York Red Bulls team just to manage their way back into this match.
Once again, trying to get in behind. Here's Picasso. Picasso against Scarlett. Scarlett goes to ground. And a clean tackle. It will be a corner kick for Bethlehem Steel.
Well done, Picasso, in there. A little bit of skill in a tight situation. And he wins the corner. The young man, 18 years of age, born in Mexico, but a USA citizen.
It's played short. Now towards the top of the box. Comes out to Chambers. Now played wide. Here's Picasso again. Shot is blocked. Stays in the area. And the shot going well wide.
That's good pressure from Bethlehem Steel. You're 2 goals ahead and you're putting the pressure on. Topi with an effort, the 19-year-old Doesn't really hit the target. But at least he's confident enough to have a crack and force the keeper into a scramble. But at least it's, from Bethlehem Steel's point of view, they're attacking. All the time you're attacking, then obviously the team can't score. What you're going to do, obviously, at the same time is get back and then defend. See all the blue shirts getting in their own halves. They're doing that sort of low block type defending. Get all the bodies behind the ball, make it difficult, and try and deny space to the Red Bulls.
Tolkien plays it forward now. Here's Epps. He's gotten in dangerous situations tonight. Kofi now will let it rip from deep, a curler. It was always going high.
John.
Wasn't too far off, was it, when he hit it? We thought, can it? But yeah, ultimately it was off target. Again, I'd rather see the goalkeeper work than he just waves the ball over the top. Kofi's got that strength. Look at the physique of him, and he was able to, at least he wasn't too far wide.
We will get a substitution. It will be Reese Buckmaster coming on, and it will be Edgardo Rito making way. Buckmaster, his first season out of Indiana. 82 appearances for Todd Yeagley. Spent a lot of time at right back. Should be a like-for-like substitution, with Rito, the right back, coming off, and Buckmaster now coming on. We were talking with John Wolniak about Buckmaster this week. Says he loves his mentality, but a defense-first guy. Needs to be a bit more comfortable on the ball, though. We'll see what he can do here tonight. Here's Stroud, room to shoot, and it's deflected, and it goes out of play. Boy, Stroud had a lot of room in front of him on that time.
He did, and the pressure's building, isn't it, from the visitors? They're probing around the box here, and they're going to have to be some good defending from Bethlehem if they're to keep out this talented strike line of the New York Red Bulls.
All played in. It's headed away. Buckmaster. He gets it back. So all three subs have been used by John Wolniak and the New York Red Bulls. We'll not see Kyle Zayats tonight. New York trying to play forward again. A lot of blue jerseys now in the area. It's going to be difficult for this New York team to break down this back line. It's like you said earlier, playing that low block.
Reset your line. Back.
What they have to do as well is counter Bethlehem as New York throw more and more bodies forward. Keep Ferris ready and spring him if they can.
Here's Luba. Luba cuts all the way inside. Now for Stroud onto his left foot, through the legs of Romero and in. And New York pulls one back. It's 3-2 with 15 to go.
Stroud, the birthday boy, on his 50th appearance, gets his team back in it. And we said if they get one, they're going to make a huge game of this. They've got the ability to get back in it and take at least a point. And it was a lovely bit of build-up play, but Stroud had so much space in the box. Have a look here as the ball gets played. It's a lovely ball in here from Loba, but how do you get that much time in the box to take the ball, get it on your left foot and strike? Question marks about the Bethlehem defending, but do we have game on now?
All of a sudden, New York knocking on the door. They've been doing so in these last few moments. They finally get one to show for their work, but they still need one more. Level things at 3. Will it be Bethlehem, though, if they can find something to put this back at a 2-goal advantage? 14 minutes plus stoppage time remaining. Still one more sub available for Brendan Burke and Bethlehem Steel. The New York Red Bulls, too, have used all 3 of their substitutions.
Well, it's a set piece now and a chance to just put pressure on. They're 3-2 up. They've got to work the clock down. So I don't think Fontana's in any rush to take this. Going to play it short, but just need to keep possession up in this half of the pitch and frustrate New York.
It's Fontana. I'll put one in the box. A free header, a great save by Loro. He's able to collect it. A great opportunity off a set piece for Bethlehem Steel.
Yeah, good header and good save from Loro. That's a powerful header. Is that coming in from Ariel?
Yeah.
Well done there to the right full back for getting on the end of that. Normally it's the big centre backs who get the header, but Ariel forcing the keeper into a very good save, Loro. And that's what Bethlehem have to keep doing, is trying to get the fourth. As much as they need to hold on to it, they need to try and score and give themselves a cushion.
Here's Tom Barlow, Epps with a lot of room on this near side. And he sends it well into the Chester Knight.
Yeah, not his best strike, Epps. It was on to bend it in that top corner, but he hasn't got close. He's got it way over the top. And he's really got to do better from there. The ball is sitting up nicely. He's not under pressure. Yeah, you can see from his response. He seemed to grab his right leg as if he just didn't quite connect properly. But you expect a better effort from that from a player as good as Marcus Epps.
Going back to that Stroud goal, his 6th goal on the season. Second behind Tom Barlow on this New York side. A foul right there at midfield.
On Chambers. Yeah, gets his foot up a little bit. He thinks he won the ball first. I don't think the referee will give him a card for it. Let's have a look and see how high the foot was. Yeah, but they were both high, to be fair. Let's look at it from this angle. Kofi as well. Yeah, but I suppose Chambers is higher and the boot is raised.
Chance for Bethlehem to counter. Bethlehem trying to come forward. It's won back by New York. Playing ahead for Buckmaster, who gets on the end of it. Kofi. Now Luba here on the near side. Shoulder to shoulder with Harriel. Eric Tattersall waves it away. Luba's down. Harriel will take it out of play.
Let's have a look and see if this is a free kick or not. Luba knocks it past him. It's shoulder to shoulder. I don't think there was anything in the face. He's holding his face. I didn't see the connection there. Let's have a look. There wasn't much there. I've seen them given. I've seen them not given. It's hard to say. I think both parties have a claim. Luba not happy at all.
Explaining his case.
Yeah.
Fans of the USL unveiled its elite youth platform, USL Academy. This allows clubs at all levels across the USL to develop its local youth and compete at the highest level across the United States, including the USL Academy Cup. For more information, visit uslsoccer.com/academy.
Now the Red Bulls are just going to throw it back to Bethlehem Steel in appreciation for them knocking it out in the first place so they could have their player attended to. So 10 minutes left. The questions: can Bethlehem Steel do the professional job and see out the last 10 minutes and pick up these 3 points? It'll take them in to the playoff place. With kicks like that, maybe not. And for New York Red Bulls, can they find the opportunity to at least get 1 point from this game? And they would like more, because it's been 3 matches now without a win. Even a draw here will make it 4, which is not a good run that you would want if you're a Red Bulls fan.
Bethlehem in their last 4 games have alternated win-loss. They lost their last game, so the pattern follows. You expect them to come away with those 3 points here tonight, but New York on that 3-game winless run. They're looking to get back in the win column, but a lot of work in order to do that here tonight. Here comes New York, playing ahead for Tom Barlow. Barlow in behind. Barlow looking for a brace. And we're at 3. Tom Barlow, a brace for New York. And it's 3-3 late in Talon Energy Stadium.
Looks like the Bethlehem Steel defense were calling for an offside, as if they'd stood up and expected it to be an offside. Well done to New York Red Bulls for getting themselves back on level terms, but Romero not happy with his defense. It's a lovely little ball played in here. Look at that. Perfect ball. And the defenders are standing with their hands up in the air. McKenzie in particular is saying, hey, he's offside, and it's not given. And in the end, Tom Barlow's got time just to set himself and beat the keeper. If he's under more pressure, it would be a lot more difficult to score, but the defenders just stood there and let him run away with it, not given offside, and now it's back to 3-3.
And Bethlehem back the other way. A great save by Loro. End-to-end action. Well, what a finish we might have here at Talon Energy Stadium. This one's deflected out of play. And credit John Tolkien. He gets the assist, the 16-year-old. Getting it ahead to Tom Barlow, who continues his goal-scoring ways, up to 10 on the season for New York Red Bulls 2.
That's a huge blow for Bethlehem Steel. They needed those 3 points to get themselves in the playoff positions. They let it slip. Can they get it back?
It's played in towards the back post. Nobody there for Bethlehem. Maybe a chance to counter here for New York. It's wide for Stroud. Tolkien's here on this near side if they can find him. This will go all the way back to Romero.
Well, we've had goals. We've had excitement here tonight. No question about that. With some good finishes. And we said earlier on that Tom Barlow, if you give him service, he'll score. And that's exactly what he does. He's a clinical finisher. And sort of finisher that I think is going to be a regular at MLS level very, very soon.
Scarlett commits the foul on Ferris. It's been a good matchup all night long to watch those two go at it. And a free kick from a very dangerous position upcoming for Bethlehem in the 84th minute.
Yeah, you're 100% right. It's a good position. It's one in which someone like James Chambers can just hang this into the box, give his big centre half something to run onto. He could also have a shot and give that man in goals there, Evan Loro, something to work with. So let's see what James Chambers decides to do. 32-year-old just lining it up. Keeper moving his wall just to make sure that that one side of his goal is covered, and he's going to go and watch the other side of the goal.
What's the biggest thing you have to do here as a goalkeeper?
Trust your wall to watch the one side. You've got to watch the other side.
It looks like it's James Chambers standing over it. A big moment here late in this match. Chambers right at Loro. Exactly right there from Evan Loro.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
The ball just caught a little tough to grasp and bounced up.
Played forward by Fontana. Hariel. It's taken away. It's Kofi. Cole Turner. Back for McKenzie. Bethlehem. They get it wide. Picasso is able to keep it in play. Real. Back to Chambers, who's directing traffic. It's one back into the area now for Bethlehem. Real has it blocked away. Picasso comes away with it in the corner. It'll be a throw-in.
Good pressure from the host, Bethlehem Steel. There's somebody down, though, injured. But great pressure, just probing around the end of the edge of that Red Bulls box. And looking for a chance to try and get on the end of something. Real nearly managed to get his shot away. Looks like just a bit of cramp here, is there?
Looks like that's Zach Zandy down. Still one more substitution available for Brendan Burke.
He must be so frustrated at 3-1. He's looking to see his team just see out this match. They've conceded twice. And that's the equalizer from Tom Barlow was the back four trying to play offside, and they didn't get it right. And Tom Barlow had all the time in the world to knock it past Romero. But we have been treated to positive play from both sides. 3 goals apiece. Good finishing. Creative play, and I'm sure it's been a treat for everybody watching.
You saw those shots there on the screen. If you like attacking soccer, this has been the match for you. 30 shots combined. We knew we'd get a lot of shots with New York Red Bulls too. The most shots in the league. Now up to 330. Zandy back to his feet. Wonder if Brendan Burke will use that last substitution.
Sandy not moving too well, is he? He looks very stiff in his legs. He's sort of hobbling off the pitch, so I guess they're very likely to substitute him. So are we going to see a winner in these last few minutes or not?
And there is the substitution coming in there at the bottom of the screen. Yomi Shintu. The German will come on for the final few minutes and stoppage time as well. That is the final sub for either side tonight. All three have been exhausted. Bethlehem now looking for that winner. Same with New York. It's been a game of runs. New York scored the first, Bethlehem scored the next three, and New York have now scored the last two. They're going to be a winner in this match. Maybe a chance for New York. Plenty of numbers up for Tom Barlow against McKenzie. Switches the field for Stroud. That might just be the winner for New York. Jared Stroud, the birthday boy, on his 50th appearance. He might have secured all 3 points for New York Red Bulls too.
It's a brilliant attack from Red Bulls. A ball from Barlow's perfect for Stroud. Yeah, Romero's so frustrated from 3-1 to be 4-3 down, and great finish from Stroud, but a beautiful ball from Tom Barlow to set him up. Have a look at the build-up here. It's Kofi who plays the ball wide, but Barlow's taken a look. He's got a picture. Look at the weighting of the ball. It's absolutely perfect for Stroud. He tucks it away into the back of the net. Nothing Romero can do. That is a fantastic goal for New York Red Bulls, and once again Tom Barlow has been the standout player for me in this game. Yes, he has got the second goal, but Tom Barlow's got his goal. In fact, he's got 2 and an assist, so I'll give it to Tom Barlow.
Tom Barlow, a tremendous night. You can see the qualities back in the side for the first time since May 1st. And now it's Bethlehem looking for that equalizer late into this match. Well, we've been treated to 7 goals here tonight. Plenty of excitement at Talon Energy Stadium. Jared Stroud, brace on his birthday. Tom Barlow the same to go along with that assist.
It's very, very frustrating though if you're a Bethlehem Steel fan. Struggling in 12th position, 3-1 up. Looks like you'd lost. You're going to get yourself into that top 10, and here with a minute to go, you're 4-3 down, and obviously questions about the defending, but it really, it's frustrating when you've got a 2-goal cushion and you can't hold on to it, and you don't even come away with a draw, you come away with a loss. So lots of question marks there about Bethlehem Steel's defending.
But still plenty of time left. We're hearing 6 minutes of stoppage time potentially, as there's a yellow card handed out to Cole Turner. It's his birthday as well.
Cole Turner's? I don't think so, is it?
You're talking, who is the other birthday?
There's a birthday on Monday for Jordan Scarlett.
Ah, there we go.
And there's a birthday on Sunday for Reese Buckmaster.
A lot of birthdays around this time of year. So 6 minutes of stoppage time. This one's out of play. A goal kick coming for Bethlehem. They'll play it quickly. McKenzie will try to play out from the back. Ferris tries to hold play up. Right in the path of Fontana, and Scarlett will clear it.
Must be frustrating for Ferris because he hasn't had good service up front, and when he did in the first half, he scored a wonderful goal. I just feel if they could have get him in a few more times, got him behind the back four more often, he'll deliver. They just haven't been able to do that, the midfield for Bethlehem Steel.
Bethlehem get it wide. Matt Rial. There's Rial. Ferris now. Back for now, Cole Turner. Bethlehem trying to find the open spaces. Chambers now. Set up the first goal of the second half. Aerial into the area now. It's given away. Back to Chambers, though. Cross into the box. Headed out. Chambers will let this go out for a throw-in. Man with the brace tonight for Bethlehem, Issa Ryan, came out earlier in this match. Big night for him, but those 2 goals will go for naught.
It must be frustrating for Issa Ryan. He leads with his team ahead. Another could be a yellow card here. He leads with his team ahead. He scored 2 goals. He thinks he's going to be a hero, and all the headlines are going to be about Issa Ryan. The next thing he turns around and they're 4-3 down. And on top of that, he's feeling sick. So it's not a nice end to the match for Issa Ryan.
Must have been sick of scoring goals, huh?
I don't think there was a yellow there. There was no way that that foot was left in there by Cole Turner. He tried to pull it out, so maybe slightly overplaying the moment from a Red Bull's point of view, but that also could be a case of winding the clock down, just get the free kick, slow it all down. And it's important for them from a New York Red Bulls point of view to learn how to professionally run a game out when you're ahead. So they'll be looking to slow it down every opportunity they get.
Both teams have had the opportunity to do just that. Bethlehem failed to do so, and now it's up to New York. Here's McKenzie. We're halfway through the minimum of 6. You're in stoppage time. What a match we have seen here tonight. Both teams have scored 3 unanswered goals. It has been a very back and forth match. Ferris coming forward. It's cut out. Now Chambers is on the ball. Bethlehem trying to get him behind, unable to do so. New York happy to spend time on the ball here. Looks like we're seeing some tired legs by this Bethlehem squad.
Yeah, both teams have put in a good effort. They really have, and credit to New York Red Bulls, 3-1 down. They've fought their way back into it. They've been clever about creating their goals and opportunities, and they haven't even sat there at 3-3. They've gone for the winner, which they've got so far. Now they simply have to defend these last couple of minutes.
Picasso looking to get the ball back, unable to do so. It's dumped back downfield for Topi. Have to let it go out for a throw-in, and Stroud will let that sit there for his teammate to come pick up.
2 goals on your birthday. Got to be a happy day for Jared Stroud. Maybe we should give him man of the match, seeing it's his birthday.
It's his birthday.
Yeah,
Birthday
come on.
gift.
Tom Barlow won't mind. He'll step aside, I'm sure. But really, it has been a fantastic effort by the Red Bulls to come back, and if the score remains, to have won it and bring on a 16-year-old kid there to come on and play when they're struggling. That also shows faith in the youth, and look forward to seeing how youngsters do.
As Elney gets taken down. Both Fontana and Real have to be careful, both on yellow cards.
I'm just saying, it's great to see a player like John Tolkien at 16 years of age get brought on at a crucial time and make a difference with the pass. Let's have a look. Yeah, that's a swing and a kick and a yellow card, I would think. Or certainly a warning. That just comes from frustration. Oh, he's lucky. He's lucky he's still on the pitch. That's just frustration. You know they're time wasting. You know you've only got a couple of minutes left, and the referee quite probably using a bit of common sense to overlook that little indiscretion.
Up next for Bethlehem, a trip to Louisville City for New York Red Bulls. They'll host Atlanta United 2 this weekend. Bethlehem, they'll have 10 days off. And there's the final whistle. A back and forth match, but 3 points to the away side. New York Red Bulls 2 come away victorious over Bethlehem Steel here tonight. But an exciting 90 minutes here from Talon Energy Stadium.
Yeah, brilliant attacking 90 minutes. Well done to both sides. Good goals, good finishing. Tom Barlow, really fantastic in the way he slotted them in the back of the net. Massive credit to New York Red Bulls for winning this in the end. But also credit to Bethlehem Steel, the way they came out after half-time and got themselves 3-1 ahead. Yes, some question marks about the defending, and no doubt both teams will have a look at that in detail, but Barlow and Stroud were absolutely fantastic. James Chambers came on and made a difference. Ferris scored a fantastic early goal. It's been a great match from both sides.
So New York Red Bulls up to 34 points, level with Indy 11 in second place in the Eastern Conference. We'll come back here to wrap things up with highlights and stats right after this here on ESPN+. An exciting night in Chester, Pennsylvania for the away side. New York Red Bulls 2, a happy bus ride back home. They come away 4-3 winners over Bethlehem Steel. And here are the highlights. Plenty of goals here to show you. And this was the first one for New York Red Bulls.
Yeah, playing out from the back, absolutely brilliant here. Tom Barlow had just missed with a one-on-one chance. This ball here from Epps is fantastic. This time he doesn't miss. Once again got the better of McKenzie and slots it past Romero. Brilliant pace from that man up front, Tom Barlow, and they were one up early on in the game.
That was his 9th goal of the season, but there would be more to come. This was Ferris on the other side.
Yeah, Fontana with a high ball. Ferris brings it down, but look at this bit of skill there. He turns Scarlett, puts it past the keeper, and they're back on level terms. And to be fair, they hadn't had many opportunities, the home side, Bethlehem Steel, and yet they were on level terms. Well done to that man there, Ferris.
And then back the other way. This was part of 3 unanswered goals. Issa Ryan with his first.
Issa Ryan gets the shot, tucks it in the corner. James Chambers with the pass, and he came on and changed this game early on. Good finish there from Issa Ryan, and gives us a little bit of a hop, skip, and jump to celebrate the moment.
And here was another goal. This one bounced around in the box. Eventually it falls to Issa Ryan again.
Yeah, Fontana with a chance after a very good James Chambers pass, and then efforts on goals, and you'll see it's going to come out to Ryan here, and he tucks it away and gets his 2nd of the night.
So a brace for Issa Ryan. That was the end of 3 unanswered goals by Bethlehem. They were up 3-1, and that's when it turned. Jared Stroud, the birthday boy.
Yeah, Luba with a pass here. Stroud with way too much time in the box, slots it between the keeper's legs. But look, in the box there, gets it on his left foot. Not much Romero can do, and they're back in the game, New York, and then this lovely ball through here. They're claiming offside. It wasn't given. And who else but Tom Barlow gets the equalizer.
Tom Barlow, a brace for him as well. Up to 10 goals now on the season. And this was what was the winner from Stroud.
It's a lovely ball in from Barlow. Absolutely brilliant, but great finish from Stroud on his birthday. And it's a wonderful goal to win it for the visitors, New York Red Bulls.
And if you like shots, this was the match for you. 20-14 in that department. Not a whole lot on frame, but they made them worth it.
Yeah, they did. The finishing was very, very good from both sides. I don't think Evan Lauro or Thomas Romero had a whole ton of saves. They had a few here and there. But the quality of the finishing when they got themselves in good positions from both sides was excellent. I think we've been treated to a wonderful match here, but frustrating for the home side. They still stay outside those playoff places.
So Bethlehem Steel will stay put at 19 points, and outside of the playoff picture, New York Red Bulls up to 34 level on points with Indy 11 with 34 points. It was an exciting match on the shores of the Delaware River tonight at Talon Energy Stadium. Back and forth we went, but in the end, the New York Red Bulls 2, come away with an exciting 4-3 win over Bethlehem Steel. That's going to do it for our entire crew. Gary Bailey, I'm Josh Eastern, saying so long and good night.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League Championship cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League Championship.